Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and we're up with some more mango craft. So I'm going back into these frames today, and we're using the, I think I said it incorrectly last time. I think I said Macaron and somebody said that's the French president. Macaron, yeah. Party hat and gift. And because I wanted to sort of like interject something a little bit more pretty, I used one of my own doily dies. If I can find the link for this and it's still available, I'll link it below. But I like it, which is why I bought it. We're also going to be using a set of Westcott punchers, because one of the projects, or shall I say one part of this die set, I'm turning into tags. Right. Yes, get my head around it. I have been very organised. I have been off and I've done some die cutting, and I chose my paper pack, and it is the Snap Click Supply Cartabella Practically Perfect pack. And what I did was I cut my base using the largest die, using the Practically Perfect paper, which is absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's all roses and carousels. This is my doily die, which I've completely hacked in half and stuck down because I just wanted some white pretty. And this is the base for my my macarons. I've also cut a white sheet of cardstock onto which I'm going to take my foam pads off, and I'm going to stick that down. Right, so sticking that down is the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. Right, so that is stuck down, and you can see that my card has got square edges, but the die has got curved edges. Now, here's my advice to you. If you haven't got a corner punch, a corner rounder that has got the same angle as that, I would leave it square. Now, my corner punches don't go to that angle, so that's what I've got. Right, my next piece is a piece of the Practically Perfect, and I cut out a piece of ephemera. It says kind and witty. Such beautiful colours in this pack, and it is one of my favourites. So I'm going to peel this, and because we've got stripes in this pack, it's going to be, I've turned it upside down so that I can see it. It's going to be really easy to center it and stick it down. So I'm going there. So now we've got a sentiment that's covering the cut of the doilies, if you know what I mean. We've got a lovely little center. I really like that, kind and witty. Such a pretty pack. I mean, just look at those images, you know. You've got your little macarons, cupcakes, little desserts in tall glasses with little bows, and you get roses and tape measures. It's just really sweet. Now, I've already cut out my macarons. Yes, not my macarons, but my macarons. And I've done them in lilac, a sort of pistachio green, and then I've got that vanilla colour, and I've also done pink. Now, these are, if you look at them, slightly dimensional, and I achieved that not by using foam pads this time, but I used some silicone glue from Little Birdie, and I don't think Little Birdie's website is there anymore. I'm going to have to go and try looking again, but I just couldn't find anything. But I actually bought 6 bottles of this at the time, so I do have plenty. But it's the kind of glue that you'd use if you're sending a gift card and you wanted to fix it down, because it dries clear like rubber, if you know what I mean. A bit like hot glue, but not as clunky and sticky, and you can just peel your gift card off. So this one is flat, and I want that one to go into the center. So I'm going to glue that one down. So I've got some Dollar Tree glue here. I've got my air conditioner going off in the background, so if that noise is annoying anyone, I do apologise. So I'm going in the centre with my lilac, and then I think my pistachio green can go back here or something, and I'm just using Dollar Tree foam pads. and it doesn't really matter, you know, kind of just decide where you want them. I mean, there's other bits of ephemera and all kinds of stuff that you could stick in with a theme like this, and of course a happy birthday sentiment. So trying to be balanced here. I'm gonna go, I think, there. Right, so that's a really quick little pretty cakey card. Now you can, if you want to, go in that section there with some stickles, and that would look fabulous, especially if it was done in gold. And I have got a bottle, I think, on my desk that might have some in it. I've been trying to use them up, so I have them upside down, but I'm just trying to think if anything's going to come out, because the last thing I want is a disaster. So I'm just going to give this a little squeeze to the side of me. I'm actually shaking it down, so I'm going to see if anything's going to come out. And if it doesn't, it doesn't matter, because I think the card looks lovely like that. But a little bit of sparkle. Yeah, I'm just shaking this now. I'm seeing what will come out. No, I don't think I'm going to get enough out. I'm just trying to be good and use up, you know, all of my pearl drops and stuff. Because, ooh, I think I might get a bit. Because they've been sitting on my shelf for so long. So I'm just going to go in here. And I don't know how much is left in this bottle. But just to give it a little bit of sparkle, I'm just going to do a little wiggly line. Now, of course, this will take about a couple of hours to dry, I think, in my humidity. But just something like that, and I'll pick it up. And it just adds a little bit of sparkle to it. But I do love those. They're a fabulous size. And I'm going to try and measure it without getting my fingers in the glue. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, I'll go underneath. That makes sense. That is 1 1/8, which is a lovely size. Yes, it is. And then trying to go across there 2 inches. So, you know, whether you're putting them on tags or turning them into embellishments, they're just really sweet. Now, it's really grey here today, so my camera is a bit, you know, kind of thing. And I've got a little strand of glue there. So that is the first one. Right, I'm just going to pause while I grab my second bits. Right, so from the same paper pack again, which is the Practically Perfect, I've cut myself 2 white blanks, and I've cut this lovely pink rose paper, which I'm going to lay on top because it needs to be, you know, relatively solid if you're doing a gift tag. So I'm going to glue those onto their bases, and I'll come right back up. Okay, so I've done that, and they're nice and solid now, and they've got little white backs. And the next thing that I want to do is punch a hole, because they're going to be tags. So I'm just going to put them both together, because even if my punch won't go all the way through, I know my holes are pretty much the same. So I'm just going to go there. And it's not going to go through, but it's partially gone through. But can you see that dent? So now I know where I'm going to put that one. So I've got one hole, and then I know where my other one is because that's almost through. And I only paid, I think, $1 for these from Tuesday morning. And the reason for that is, even though they've got Westcoat on them, they're not that good, and Westcoat is normally very good. And I don't know if you can see that, but the plate is always separating, so you have to finagle it and get it back down, and it's just not going back down at the moment. So I'm going to try and have to punch that hole just by putting it there and trying it and see if it works. No, it's not. It's buckling the cardstock. Oh, here we go. Let's try that. It has gone through, but you know, you just have to bear in mind sometimes there's a reason why stuff is cheap. Right, so I've got 2 holes and they're both in the same place. I've got some Dollar Tree chenille twine here. This comes on a ball, and I think when I purchased it, it was $1. Well, of course, it's the $1.25 tree now. So now I've got something I can pop through here. She says, hopefully. And it's such a pretty thing. Now you can use a little bit of glue to fasten off your edges and just stop them from fluffing up and fraying. So I'll just do the other one and I'll come straight back. So that's the little tags finished, and the next part of the die that comes with the macarons is the little hat, and also you get a little gift and you get a base die too. So I've done mine in that kind of vanilla lemon, and it's going to go onto my tag, and the other one is the gift. I'm just picking that up, and it's so pretty. White base again, and look at how lovely and delicate that is. And that's going to go onto there, and that's going to go onto that little tag. But there's other little elements that you can add too, so I'm just going to glue those on. Right, so those are glued, and just get my fingernails under them here, and just look at how sweet that is. Isn't that lovely? Doesn't matter what colour you do, or if you decide to piece those bits back in. I just love the absolute simplicity, and they're a great size. So before I stick them down, I'm going to measure them, because I think that's going to be easier for me. 2 3/4 inches on the hat, and then the little gift, I'm just going to slide it off the table, and that is 1 3/8. Just really sweet. Got a little bit of glue fluff on mine. Right, I've got some Dollar Tree foam pads. I'm just going to peel those off and get my nails underneath again. I've got my nails lovely and short, of course, because all of my gardening. And I'm going to go with just 1 on the gift. I just love how simple they are. So I'm going to stick my gift down. I'm going to put it at an angle. Got my little gift on there, and then I need just a little piece there to go on that spirally bit. So I'm just cutting a slice off. Right, let's see how far that will go. Might need to cut another bit off. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've got a little bit of chenille stuck to my scissors. I have to get my glue gun out. Right, so that's got support at the top and as much support as it needs all the way down. But these are one of those kind of like tags that you could make en masse. There, got my little hat on straight. I absolutely love that. What a fabulous set. Now, I don't know whether my stickles are dry or not, but we did put some sparkly stuff there. So we've got our little party tag and we've got our little hat tag, and that basically would be a really pretty set. I love that set. That's going to go in my to keep box. Yes, it is, because so useful. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and I'm going to be up tomorrow with a Panelisa design team haul. Right, thank you once again, and as usual, all links below. Bye.